What is going up, guys? This is the Flamespot here, and we are back with another paper game video, and this is a continuation. This is episode 6 of my OP RPG series. Now, last time we left off, we saved Smee from those pirates, and we got our own ship that we liberated from them. So now we have our choice to journey on from our little dock here that we ended on. I'm just using the little yellow stud as our ship. And I left it to you guys to decide where we go, Cracksborough or Yellowspire.
Well then, where we be headed? I'm eager to get this bucket of nails and wood on the water. I can tell that she's going to be a beauty, and the wind is blowing fast and strong.
Well, Smee, we're actually going to be heading to Yellowspire.
Aye aye, Captain. Raise the anchor. Lower the sails. Let's get going.
Alright, so let's get on our way. Alright, so now that we're at the port, we can now take our map out of the way and replace it with Yellowspire. Now, although it might not seem like there's that many details right here, you can see all these houses or all these little rectangle things are just houses. It's like the slums area. We have some farms, we have some bigger houses, so more wealthy people. There's some houses with farms, and then we have the final castle over there. Got some walls around the outside. However, it looks like there's quite a lot to do in here. In fact, if you see around these areas, you have circles with little exclamation points with numbers in them. And actually, these are all quests. So now we have quests in my OP RPG series, because what's an RPG without some quests, especially in this bustling city, it looks like. So we'll just go through all the quests at first. Let me get my little person out, and let's just go up through the gates and travel to quest number 1. So, on the quest, since going with the same logic as the last video, I'm going to use the back of the paper, which actually has all of the quests and everything about the city that is on here. So let's read it. Oh look, I guess number 1, well, he's in a farm, so his name is Farmer George. Alright, what's wrong, Farmer George?
Please, sir, you must help us. Monsters have been attacking our farms at night, and we can barely sustain ourselves with the recent poor harvest. The king has sent troops west to fight off bandits, so we can't send any more to help us without leaving the walls undefended.
Alright, Farmer George, that's a pretty big predicament you have there. So, see what the quest requirement is. So, you have your farm map 1 completion. So, guess you have to get rid of all the monsters on this farm map that we're talking about. And your reward is the ability Farmer. So that might actually be pretty good. We'll have to definitely come back to that. But first, I'm going to look through all the quests first. So, goodbye, Farmer George. We'll probably come back to you later, and we'll see. Alright, so we're back to our world map. We're going to leave the farm areas, and looks like quest number 2 is in the slums. So we're going to have to try to navigate ourselves through all these little house areas. I mean, they're so cramped. I wonder how people live here. Alright, so we're at number 2, which is right here. So let's look at it. Alright, we have this slums peasant here. I wonder what he has to say.
Mercy! Can you spare a coin for us in this troubled world?
Oh man. So the quest is to give him 6 gold. Seems like he's pretty down. He probably has a family too. What do you think, Smee?
Oh, it's so sad. Just give him a coin. Give him a coin, please. Just do it.
Alright. Though I do need to probably buy some medicine herbs. I think this is probably for the greater good. So let's look at my inventory right here. So I have 9 gold, so I can afford it and probably still buy at least 1 medicinal herb. So let's give him 6 gold. So that'll bring me down to 3. Alright. And it says my reward is that I earned the ability Lucky. So I do have another ability now. My current ability, which is in my secondary, is Bulk Up. However, I think I'm gonna just hold on to that right now. I'll probably use or go into lucky later. Now, speaking of which, whenever you gain multiple abilities, you can always keep those to the side. They don't take up space in your inventory. You're just going to have them off to the side, and you can only equip a ability before a battle. So during a battle, you cannot change your abilities or secondaries. You can't change any of your equipment in battle, so that has to be done before or after. So before you see an enemy, make sure you equip the best ability for it. Now, what Lucky does, I'm starting to make a online rules book, so I have so many rules about this game, but I don't really have that many of them written down. So I'm gonna make an online document that I'll keep updating and keep putting on my website and updating on my website, so you can see all the abilities and all the rules up to date. Right now it's not out, but it will be on there pretty soon. So what Lucky does is that it gives you 50% more gold that you would earn from a battle, and then you can round up to the 1 coin. So if the reward gold is 5, and then 50% of that would be 2.5, so 3. So you'd always round up, even if it was like less than 0.5%. Just get that extra gold. So you'd get 3 more gold from that 5, so you get 8 gold total. But right now I'm going to keep my bulk up. I'll just keep Lucky to the side. Alright. So, here you go. Here's your 6 gold, Mr. Sir.
Thank you, thank you. This really saved me and my family.
Alright, well, I guess we have a good deed done. Now, let's go back to the map. Alright, so now that we visited him, though there's another quest over here, it's marker 4, but I'd like to go in order, so I'm going to go over to 3, which is all the way up there. So, I'm going to go out of the slums area, go through this little market square, and probably while I'm here, I'll probably get that next episode, but there's a little shop area that you can get. So I'm going to go over the bridge, let's see, along this path, and move up here. Now, moving through a city, none of these things count for days. This could all be done by yourself. I'm actually, so I bring my inventory back up here, I'm going to stop counting days just for the time being, probably for the rest of this where I explain, go through the maps, and perhaps if I do like a live stream where I go through the entire game again after everything is completed and I have all the maps done, then I'll count the days and see how fast I can do it, and then challenge you guys to see if you can do it faster. But for now, this is basically just like a tutorial and just to show you what I do or what I have done for this game whenever I do these OPRPGs. Alright, so now we're at number 3, and it looks like it's a wealthy person that has a giant house and there's a little farm out back. I wonder what they have to say. Alright, there's a wealthy farmer here. I wonder what he has to say. Those farmers on the south side of town are hurting my profits. I've already paid off the royal guards so that they won't get rid of the monsters in their farms, but I'm sure they'll manage to find someone to get rid of the pests, such as, yourself. I'll tell you what, if you don't help the farmers, then I'll make it worth your while. Oh geez, so the quest is don't accept quest 1 and the reward is 15 gold. Well, I mean, let's look back at quest 1 where it's Farmer George saying that all the monsters are eating their crops and there's a lot of people that are like being affected by this. No one can farm. Of course, the reward for that one is the ability, which is Farmer. And now what the ability Farmer does is that after every 2 battles, then you get to flip a coin, and if it lands on heads, then you get a medicinal herb. You find a medicinal herb because you become a farmer, basically. The only exception for this ability is that it can only be activated, or I guess equipped, on a map. So let's say you want to grind on the previous map, you can still use your farmer ability for that previous map, but you cannot go any maps before that. So my last one was on the pirate ship, so I can use the farmer ability for that to gain some medicinal herbs while I fight. However, on the map before that, so the marshlands, where I went through the Pyromaniacs, I cannot use this ability. So this is more of a balance thing, so you don't go all the way back to the beginning to battle easy foes and get free medicinal herbs. So you can only use it one map before your current one. You can also use it on the current one. Now, however, I mean, it doesn't really, I mean, I don't really care about the ability. This guy is this wealthy farmer who looks like he has a lot of land and a big house, is trying to run the smaller farmers and the poorer farmers out of business, I guess. And I mean, he's paid off the guards. He will award us 15 gold, which is definitely a very pretty amount, a pretty sum, especially in the shop. You can get a new pair of running shoes for 15 gold, so you can immediately get that. And I am hurting on cash right now, but I mean, what kind of person would I be if I take cash and ruin other people's lives? So I might not do this. I might even just take the first quest just to spite this man. So, hey, wealthy farmer dude. Yes, I'll just come back to you, yeah. Alright, but be quick about it. Alright, so, I mean, now that he's gone, I mean, I really don't like that guy. What do you think, Smee?
Man, people have no respect for others these days. That man disgusts me. I hope we never have to meet him again, and I'm glad you choose to take up Farmer George's side. Well, that sounds kind of funny coming from a pirate. Pirate's life is in my past now.
Yeah, I agree on you with that one, Smee. So yeah, let's leave this guy. Alright, so now let's go to quest number 4. Hope this guy actually has better morals than that other one. So let's go back through here, and we are going to look at this. Now, this looks like it's in a small little garrison house. There's like some towers on the side, and it's in the middle of the slum, so it's also along the edges of the wall, so there's probably some soldiers here. So let's find out. Alright, hey, Mr. Soldier, what's wrong? The cold northern winds will be blowing on us soon, and with the cold comes sickness. Well, that's horrible. Well, disease runs rampant in the slums, and I can't stand to see that anymore. Wolf packs run plentiful in the wild, and their pelts are warm. I have a duty to my post, so I cannot leave, but can you get the pelts? Oh, well, it feels way better to know that there's at least someone who's looking out for the poor. So the quest is to collect 7 wolf pelts, and the reward is a leather shield. Huh. So that's something new. Looks like we can get a shield for our secondaries now. However, that requires 7 wolf pelts, so that's going to take a while. And also, that's outside the castle on the way to your next area. However, I don't really know where to go since we don't have any more maps. So we might be able to ask around and see who has a map to the next area, so we can see if we can collect these wolf pelts. Alright, so let's go back. Alright, looks like we have one more place to go, and that's quest marker number 5, so let's make our way back over to it. And looks like it's not really a direct path to them, but it's along this area where another garrison castle is, and along the river, so let's go talk to them. I wonder who this might be. Oh man, it's a royal guard. That's what the wealthy farmer paid off. This guy might be a little too full of himself. I don't know. Let's see what he has to say. Or you. We have sent men to Oakburg to deal with the bandits in the area, but they haven't sent a report back. You lot look capable enough. Ha! Now, go and ask what the holdup is to Captain Dirk. Oh man, so he's very demanding. I don't really know. But looks like we have a new quest that says travel to Oaksburg, and we actually, I mean, there's no reward, but it says on the quest we receive map piece number 2. So let me get this out of the way and look at our maps. So currently we are here in Yellowspire, and we got map piece number 2. And let's see what that map looks like. So it's an extension on, in which it just slides over here. If you look at the original piece, it's like that. And look at that. So we have our second piece of map, and again, the map is colored and they seem to match up perfectly in this area. Oops, Yellowspire. So we have Oaksburg over here, and it seems like there's bandits troubling the bridge down here, and we have to go to Oaksburg to send a report, or at least get the guy. His name is Captain Dirk. We have to get him and ask him what's going on and what's the holdup. So I guess we can do that eventually. However, right now, I think that we are probably going to stay in Yellowspire for a bit longer and do some of the other quests, such as the farmer's quest to help his get rid of monsters in his farm, and also the regular soldier's quest, which is to collect 7 wolf pelts. Of course, we can do the farmer's quest in the castle, so that'll probably be next episode. And after that, we have the soldier's quest, which is going to also like help us on the way, because on the way to Oaksburg, I'm sure that we're going to meet some wolves along the way. Alright, so it's been quite a little bit for this one. I think, although it has been not much of a fighting episode, we did help someone, we spent some gold, we gained a new secondary ability called Lucky, and I'm sure there's going to be a combat and battling next episode. This one was just more looking around the city and seeing what they had. Alright, so this is going to wrap it up. This is the Flame Spot, signing out.